There's a couple of papers that were published in Science about a month or two ago. They could explain 14% of all of the severe cases in their cohort based on two findings. One was a bunch of genetic mutations that basically left the subjects hamstrung in terms of secreting and producing interferon. All of those mutations were found only in the severe COVID-19 patients. Okay? Did not find any of these in the mild patients. The other one that made up about 10% was older patients that had developed antibodies to interferon. So essentially their interferon levels, even though they were being produced, they were being inactivated. All of these patients that had antibodies against SARS-CoV or against interferon were in the severe, none in the mild to moderate group. So what they determined was that, and other studies have borne this out, that in order to predict a mild to moderate course of the disease, you have to have an adequate interferon response early on in the course. And you wanted to have that to lead to a mild to moderate. If you did not have a good interferon response early on, that would lead to severe disease in almost all of those cases. So there was a number of studies actually that have been produced. Some at the University of Toronto, some also in other centers as well, that showed that if you take human beings and heat them up in a hot water bath, 39 degrees centigrade, the purpose of this is not to kill the virus. The purpose of this is to enhance the immunity. And what they found was that they were able to, independently of these potential mutations, that fever or temperature itself was able to cause a secretion, an elevation in interferon, tumor necrosis factor, those sorts of things. There's one study that they did where they took subjects, put them in hot water baths at various degrees, so 38.5, 39, 39.5, etc. And when they took the monocytes out of their body and put them on the Petri dish and exposed it at various temperatures to LPS, which is lipopolysaccharide, which is a universal activator of the immune system, that interferon levels were 10 times higher once they got up to about 39 degrees centigrade or Celsius, which is around where you start to have a fever. So lots of plausibility there.